Osprey has been very close to making what I consider to be the perfect travel pack, which is why I'm excited to show you the 2023 Sojourn update to the Osprey Porter. The Farpoint and the Porter have been the flagships of Osprey's carry-on travel backpack lineup for years. The carry system on the Farpoint is great, however the packing on the main compartment can be a little bit awkward, and there's a general lack of small gear organization on the outside of the bag. The previous Porter versions have fixed a lot of these issues by offering a large duffel style main compartments, as well as some great large pockets on the front of the bag. However, it's always had kind of a mediocre carry system with a flat, firm back panel with almost no air ventilation. The new Sojourn 30 update here fixes a lot of those issues I had with the older model by incorporating this soft zigzag foam mesh, similar to what they use in the 26+6 expandable bag. I plan on doing a more detailed comparison of the two Porter models. However, in this video, I just want to give you a quick update on some of the major upgrades to the new pack. Doesn't look like they've really changed the dimensions or capacity in the new update. The way I have it packed here, it's about 19 by 13 by 8 deep. That's gonna make this work great as a carry-on for pretty much every airline. It's really tight to fit in my 18 by 14 by 8 sizer box here when it's fully packed. To show you, the length is pretty much right on. The width is really tight. I have it here because these straps are kind of getting in the way. I can get it in this box, but it's kind of hard. The great thing about this bag though is these compression straps allow you to really cinch this thing down and squish it. So as long as you underpack this bag a little bit, squish it down really good, that's really gonna help you to get it in the personal item size or carry box. And then to show you, it is still pretty tight, but underpacked enough, you can get it in there. They haven't made a lot of major design changes to the new update. Still has that large duffel style main compartment, a big front organizational pocket, and a top slash pocket. However, some of the most obvious updates are an upgrade to the aesthetics, the general style, and the fabric on the bag. They've also added an additional side water bottle pocket, some upgrades to the hardware, and then that back panel, like I mentioned earlier. I really like the fabric upgrades they made to this bag. They used a much thicker 1680 denier polyester over here on the sides and the bottom, where you want a much thicker fabric, and then a thinner 460 denier ripstop nylon over here on the main part of the pack. Another great update they made is the seam in the side paneling here. Kind of makes this top panel hinge. I think it helps squish the bag down, gives you better compression, and I think it also just looks better rather than having just a large plain blank panel. Surprising it's taken Osprey so long to figure out the side water bottle pocket. I think they did a great job here. It's really just a large mesh sleeve here with a stretchy side access. The pocket doesn't extend the entire way of the sleeve, so when you put stuff in here, it's not just gonna readily pop out. This thing is large enough for pretty much any kind of thin water bottle, but it also has a ton of stretch, large enough to hold one of these big, fat 1 liter Nalgene style bottles. And because it is just a big stretchy pocket, you could pretty much put anything you want in here. It's breathable, so this would be a good place for wet gear, towels, sandals, stuff like that. But just be careful because there's no way to close this little pocket here, so you don't want to put anything valuable in this pocket. The hardware in the old version has always been decent, but they upgraded, increased the size on some of these buckles, especially you can see the one here on the compression straps. And the buckle over here on the hip belt is much larger. The carry system is the most improved part of the new Porter. This has always been a fairly simple pack, so I'm glad they made it some needed upgrades here without adding a ton of weight or bulk to the bag. Doesn't look like they've really made any updates to the shoulder straps. Still have the same adjustable sternum strap, same buckle clip-in top adjusters. Shoulder straps detach the same way from the bottom hip belts. These are gonna tuck into this top pocket, while the hip belts are gonna tuck in here on this side pocket. The biggest update is the back paneling here. You can see the old model. This thing just always had this hard, firm foam pad here, flat, smooth, zero air ventilation. The new update uses this Airscape kind of zigzag, softer foam here in the back, almost identical to what they have in the 26+6 expandable bag. It's kind of a medium firmness zigzag foam here, covers the entire back panel, offers decent padding for your back, and has some air ventilation here in the middle. So again, this has just been a quick update on the new Sojourn 40 Farpoint. I still have a lot of features in this bag that I want to show you, as well as some packing demonstrations and a more detailed comparison to the older model. If you have any questions or comments about this bag, things that you want to see, things that you want me to look at, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll include those in my next updated comparison videos.